Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Mark Johannessen. I'm on the City Council of West Sacramento. My day job is I'm a family law attorney. I'm also a software programmer. And just to a little bit about the my background in software programming, without going into great detail here, I'm using this as a lens as we're looking at how to use technology in the city. This particular page is an app I developed. This is for the 2014 election. It was basically a way to engage users, which I viewed as volunteers, either poll calling or volunteering in precinct walking. And so it was also an experience to learn Angular and a mean stack, which I use basically for the technology to get the real-time data. I think a lot of the applications you're talking about. So I was realized through this application that it's about user friendliness. It's about the data you collect, and it's about why are you doing this. So we were very fortunate to augment that this year. We were a Code for America Fellowship City. West Sacramento is a farm to fork city. We're looking at policies that will implement urban farming, for example, and how to cultivate businesses coming in that deal with farm to fork. So Code for America, what we did is we focused that on our farm to fork movement. And so we had a really talented group of folks there, a person that was basically in charge of the UI, UX elements, and some coders, and people that would go out and outreach into the community and find, what are the needs of not only the consumers, but also the folks that are providing information or providing services to the city. So one of the apps they came up with was an app called Acres. And so what this was able to do is basically match vacant land with folks who wanted to urban farm, folks who wanted to train in farming. And so basically this is, let's see if this works. So this is kind of a run through of what the app does. So basically, a landowner would go onto this site, they would find their particular parcel, they would go through and they would put some relevant information about the parcel, where it's located, what the water connection is, what are the basic lease terms, and just some very general information on that particular parcel. So, our goal as a city was to take these empty parcels and reuse those into urban farms and to basically use it to help eliminate blight and also to bring healthy elements to our city. So the end result was a submission the landowner would or the property owner would prepare, and then this is what a consumer would look like. So for example, we partnered with Center for Land-Based Learning, which is a group that helps train young or new farmers. And so they could go on this site, find out where the available parcels are, and then contact the landowner kind of without the government involvement. So it creates a more relationship between the two. So the other thing in Sacramento was chosen, as you previously saw, it was one of the STIR cities, the startup and resident cities. This was in addition to a couple other cities. This was actually generated out of the San Francisco mayor's office. So we've had 3 startups that have been working with us, Raxar, Mosaic, and Appledore. So Raxar is dealing with our fire department to build a platform to better respond to emergencies. Mosaic is working with our police department for basically looking at a way for police to analyze data and then collaborate among themselves through whatever the platform. And the other by Appledore is a thing called Outreach Grid. So this was developed in partnership with the West Sac Police Department and the Yolo County Health Department. It involves the development of a mobile app for screening homeless citizens and then pair those folks with social services. So looking forward, what I view from my software background and just the kind of the implementation of tech that we've done in West Sacramento so far. So I kind of look at this, well, why are we doing this? What is the use that we're trying to solve? Does it help our citizens? Does it help our city run more effectively? Does it allow our city to run less expensive? So this is a potential use case. This is not an app that we've developed, but it's a potential use case. I've been involved a lot with the homeless issues in West Sacramento. So and this deals particularly with camps, homeless camps. So the process now is very time consuming. There's a lot of agencies involved. So, camps are difficult to locate. You may have to report a camp. Either the police see it or you have a resident that sees it. You have to go out and locate it. The police then dispatch someone to go out and take a look at the camp. They bring a clipboard out there. They interview people. They go back to the station. They transcribe that clipboard into some kind of data format. It's transmitted to the county somehow, and then somehow everybody in the region coordinates on how to deal with this. So it's typically an 8-hour process at least. And you've got, as a council person, police and fire 70–80% of our budget, so we're always looking at ways to not incur more police and fire costs. So, obviously if you've got an officer out there, a code enforcement officer out there for 8 hours, that's a big cost. So, so what if we created an app that basically, and this is very much doable technology now, where any person could go out and locate, if they see a particular homeless camp, they can go out and locate it, and with the GPS capabilities in phones now, be able to mark that, exactly where it is. This would be connected to some other relevant information about the homeless camp and the individuals they see, number of people, things like that, and then submit that. And then this again would go to a cloud-based database that would be real-time push to whoever the users. And the users then would determine exactly what they want in terms of the analytics. So this would be an example. You all have seen different types of analytics to do this, but so you want to really tailor this to the particular users. So this is an example of things that I look for, and I know our council looks for, on how to utilize tech to our advantage. We tend to get app oversaturated. Throw an app here, app there, and app everywhere. But I think you have to look at the commonality of what, for the specific uses. And one of the things we learned in Code for America was the concepts of agile development in the iterative process. And our staff is really utilizing that now in a lot of other things other than software development. But how to approach things from, you've got a small problem, let's try and work on that, create some kind of demonstration app, let's move that forward, iterate, and make it better, and not try to come out with huge programs. So it's worked out very well for us, and thank you.